I was asked the other day when a buddy of mine saw I got the radar in and I've been doing all these weird things with the cars, and he just looked at me and said, "You really want to watch the world burn, don't you?" Kinda. Yeah. I initially planned to, I was going to put the cage in today and get that all ready, but I just didn't feel it. I had to put the phone down. That local cop, he knows I'm wanting to watch the world burn. But I was going to put the cage in, and I just kind of didn't feel it today. There's some days I come home, I just don't feel like doing nothing. We all get that way. YouTubing is a lot of work, and when you have a limited amount of time to do the projects that you like, it does make for a cramped time home. There's been times I've come home and I'll be home for 6 days and I'll film all 6 of them. 5 for sure. So every now and then you just kind of want to have some fun. So I think we're just going to go out and have fun today. We're going to play with the radar. We're going to see how it works. And maybe screw with some bull haulers. But aside from that, we're just going to have some fun today. So I got to head to Wichita, check a couple things, and then we're going to hit the highway. So I got 2 pawn shops I like to hit here in Wichita. One is closed today. I just remember today was Wednesday. They're always closed on Wednesdays. And but the other one's open. They're owned by the same people, so usually get some pretty good deals and whatnot in them. But got to check them out for some stuff, and then we'll head out to go play with this radar. I got to download some video here real quick. Dash cams. Great. When you don't really own a computer, it makes it even greater. So let's get this done, and let's get over to the pawn shop and see if they got anything worthwhile today. What I really like about that one pawn shop is it's more like Sanford and Sons. They've gotten a lot better, a lot more organized, but it's got a lot of really cool stuff in it. And it's more like you would think an old pawn shop, kind of a crutch between a pawn shop and a junk shop, but not really an antique store at this point. Are you finally going to let me download US? Son of a... Okay. And it's more like an old, junk shop. They got some really good stuff. The problem I have with pawn shops today is most of them just kind of boutique themselves into, trying to be catchy and trying to capture more of the antique vibe. It's a pawn shop. And I understand these guys are in business to make money, but a lot of them get just a little too much. You're like, dude, it's a pawn shop. Let's just call it what it is. But so I got to head over there, and we're gonna see what they got today, and see what they got. So we'll see you there. The car's been acting a little funny. It's these lights are on again. I gotta fix that, but it's been acting a little weird, so I think I need to get this thing back on the road. As I've said before, emission systems, especially cars, trucks, whatever they are, if it's an emission system, they're just maintenance hogs. Hog really wasn't the word I was going to use, but this is YouTube. They just suck. And truthfully, they really don't do as much as one would think. They do maintain it more than an average individual would. They're kind of a self-maintaining kind of thing to a point. As in the old days, if you wanted your car to run efficiently, you had to stay on top of the tune-up and maintenance, and people weren't doing that. But sometimes my conspiracy mind takes over, and I think it's just a way for them to make us pay for something else that's really not doing a whole lot. So let's get to the pawn shop. I'm doing a bit of this stuff on the fly. The cops are now that the warm weather out, the cops are out and they're on motorcycles now, and I don't have a radar detector in this car anymore. I took it out because, well, a radar gun and a radar detector would they would accomplish absolutely nothing. It would cancel each other out and make a lot of noise. So I just decided, so pawn shop. When I got out of the Army, I used to live up here in this neighborhood. All these fourplexes and all that. They've cleaned a lot of it up, but it was pretty rough back in the day. I actually used to live in the ones that are over there across the way there. I didn't have a phone in the house for about a year and a half, and I used to have to go down the street to where the Walgreens is now to use the payphone. So I'd have to basically put a 38 in my back pocket and walk down to the payphone. It was a serious place to live. Wichita is kind of weird like that. It just has pockets. You'll go through a pocket of the projects, and then suddenly you're in money, and then you're right back into a pocket of the projects. It's a weird town. It's laid out really strange, just the way that it is. But mostly you get out of this area here, the fourplexes and all that, and decent apartments, decent houses, nice neighborhoods, but it's always been kind of weird. But yeah, it was pretty rough there. I guess they've cleaned it up, but I moved way out of town. And here we are, right on the corner. These are pretty good guys. They always have some neat stuff. I usually prefer to go a couple pawn shops that way to easy money, but they're closed today. Well, I really wasn't looking for it, but I ended up giving $100 for a JVC stereo, brand new in the box, which should be a direct replacement for the one in the Torino, which is also a JVC. So, yeah, wasn't looking for it, but top of the line stuff. And there'll probably be a video of us doing the whole stereo on that when I get it back, hopefully soon. So here we are. We're west of Augusta, Kansas, or east of Augusta, Kansas, actually east of Leon. We're about halfway to Fredonia right now. This is a place I like. It's a neat old railroad bridge. Very picturesque if you want to take some good pictures. This is actually the old highway. I used to come under here before they built the well, it's not 4-lane, before they built the Super 2, when they built the 400, but it's picturesque. As you can see, a lot of graffiti and all that, but the old Frisco lines. So here's a piece of Americana for you. It's actually shut off on both ends. There's a dirt road that way, and that way up there leads to a county gravel yard. You can get into it both ways, but one of these days this will be gone too, and I thought it'd be interesting to get some pictures and video of it. So yeah, it says Frisco over there too. So yeah, 14 foot high, the whole ordeal. So why are we here? Well, we're gonna play with the radar, and I needed to get far enough out of town. Now, I talked to a buddy of mine. They had the cattle sale up in Tulsa yesterday night and all that, and the cows will be rolling through. I don't know if they all day today, last night and today. And I thought it'd be interesting to get to a place where we could actually try it out. And this is a major north-south. I just need to get in a place where I can kind of hide, not cause any havoc, and show you how the radar actually does work. I know we did it in the other video, but I thought it'd be just fun to go out and have fun today with it. So what is radar? Well, radar is just basically a radio wave that's sent out and reflected back off objects. They do speed, altitude, location, the whole. I mean, radar. It's physics. It's physics. I'm trying to remember. It's just basically a rate of return from the radio wave, and there's a bunch of different values to it. It's, like I said, speed, distance, altitude, the whole gambit. It's a way they can position things. So I have just really explained it horribly. If you want to know more, it's fascinating. You can Google it, and I just really didn't want to get too much into the math. But as you can hear, traffic's going nuts, so let's find a place for the car. Actually, I just remembered that there's a rest area a few miles up the road east of here. So we're gonna go over there. I can park in a spot, aim it at the highway, and we can kind of go from there. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, if you're gonna troll somebody with a radar unit, it's easier to put it in a pickup truck or a Hyundai. In a black and white retired police car, yeah, sometimes it does kind of defeat the purpose. Now, if you're ever out here and get the chance, swing by the town of Beaumont. It's very small. It's kind of weird. It's got a little airport. It's a real kind of a trendy place that's undiscovered, if you will. Got a neat water tower and a train station and a museum and all that. Those tracks we saw, or that bridge, it went through here. I guess they have a nice bed and breakfast and all that here if you're into that kind of thing. I thought it'd be just kind of neat to show you real quick. Have a landing strip here. It's weird. This little tiny town, people fly in from all over to eat at the restaurant, see the sights, and fly out. It's like that Beach 18 over there. I think it's a Beach 18. I don't know. But if you ever get a chance, check it out. Sorry about the wind, but hey, it's kind of neat. Yeah, no aircraft beyond this point, so apparently they taxi up through here and park over here. So yeah, like I said, aircraft driving through town is a real thing here. It's kind of cool. Kind of fascinating there. Apparently the last steam engine went through this town in 1955, and that wooden water tower over there behind us was the last one it says used on the main line of a railroad in the United States. It's the last one. If you're ever coming through southeastern Kansas and you want to see something cool, this is pretty cool. Town of Beaumont. And not much here, but it's kind of stuck in time, and it's worth the historical. It's worth the historical trip if you're into that stuff, and if you're into railroading, you'll love it. So rest area is just about 1.5 miles over that way, so I'll get over there and we'll set this thing up. It's taking a while, sorry. Okay, so we did find a place to park. The rest area was packed. Or it wasn't packed, it just didn't suit. So here we are. We've got this aimed, and now I have to work this. Now what this does is it basically bounces a radio signal and catches the return. So let's see what happens here in a minute. So, of course, everybody's seeing the car here, and I wish I had it in my pickup truck. So, we'll just aim it out the front and see what happens. I would not be surprised if within 15 or 20 minutes a police officer doesn't come by and ask me what I'm doing. And I'll be straight with them. I'll say, look, I'm just showing people how radar works, and he tells me I can't do that, I'll leave. Because that's what you do. You don't argue with him, because then your journey will end. So we're running it through a test right now. It's see if we can get it. It may be too far out. So yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. I'll play with it for a while. Truthfully, I probably should have downloaded the user's guide off the internet, but I'm not into things like that. Okay, I am into things like that, but I'm not. It's kind of odd. It's in a different kind of setting right now, so apparently it's showing me on the patrol part. It doesn't have a standing versus driving button like the other one did. And suddenly, just no one's here. So, I'll have to play with it a little longer. Oh, there's something. Seems to be it's hitting traffic as it's driving, but it's not doing anything. Yeah, it's as the traffic's going by me, it's thinking that I'm moving. It's just all the traffic coming by, it's thinking that I'm moving rather than picking it up on this end. The other one wasn't doing that. So I'm going to have to play with it just a little more. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but I can't really, it's not giving me a whole lot of options here. So I got city and highway, and I got it on highway right now, but let's we'll figure it out. As I'm sitting here, it seems to be catching all the traffic that's moving away from me, so I'm gonna have to probably just get back driving. I did get one locked in at 75 and a 65, so hey, we got that. I didn't get it on camera. I need to do a better job putting the cameras up, but I just got one 79 and a 65, and suddenly they dropped. It's always really easy to tell who has a radar detector and who doesn't. So what you see on the left is the speed of the vehicle coming towards me, and what you see on the right is my speed. And then the locked is if I hit a button, which if I had another hand, I could actually lock in a speed. So yeah, so we're just doing passive right now, and then I can actually do a might use my rear facing. I'll hit a button and it'll go from there to the bottom light there, and it will show it'll start doing it out the rear there. Now I have it on rear right now. What the rear does is like if I'm cruising in a lane and people are coming up behind me, it'll get that, or it'll, you know, so that's what that does. Like those people that pass me, it's hitting me that way, and just pretty much anything behind me. So that's kind of neat. So I can park and then be facing forward, and then I'm just hitting whatever's behind me. So I actually stopped for a minute, Googled the owner's manual, and there's 63 pages involved with it. But I did get me a monster. I will probably, I've downloaded it, but I'm going to print it out so I can go through it. 63 pages. Now, I didn't realize at the time that the kid that I got the thing from had the optional mirror, and we weren't sure what it was. I thought it might be part of the camera system or whatever. Actually, it was part of the radar system, the mirror that he had. That way you can look at the mirror and get, you know, everything you need there also. So that's kind of neat. I don't need the mirror. If he decides to get rid of it, I'll buy it from him, but yeah, whatever. Aside from that though, it's just trial and error, so we're just having fun. So as I'm sitting here, I'm realizing that the traffic going away from me is showing up on here thinking that the car's moving. But the traffic showing up here, it's not. So I guess I just need to be moving. I'm not sure how to make that work, and that's where the owner's guide would really come into it. We're not doing 13 miles an hour. So it's just something I'm gonna have to play with. So I'm going to try it on city and aim it, you know, that way. It's picking up all the cars going away from me like I'm driving, like I said. So, I don't know. Oh, it picked up that one. So, oh, there we did. So, yeah. Weird. I'll figure it out. I had to stop and make a quick... Had to go get some belts for the truck. We're gonna put those on in a couple of days. Yeah, so yep, that's always something. When I come to town, it's always a bunch of things just because, well, I don't want to come back to town. So I guess I need both hands to start the car because I'm left-handed. Yep. Side note, you ever drive past a former employer and have to resist the urge to stick your middle finger out? Yeah, it happened to me today. Twice. So we made it home, and truthfully, I went and printed out all 71 pages of this, and I'll go over it, because frankly, I was just killing time today playing with it. I have no idea how it works. It does work. It sends out a lot of signals. Some people get it, some people don't. It's a lot of fun. But truthfully, the only reason I went out and did this was just because I needed just to go out and have some fun and just enjoy the day and see some stuff. Sometimes it's just about the journey, and I didn't want to mess with this, but I'll do that tomorrow. The one thing I've discovered this last year, and you know, it kind of took Power Tour to show me it. It was kind of a lesson, you know. A lot of the guys were there, the prima donnas, and car got a lot of hate. It really did. Kids loved it. Some people really did dig it, but you know, I had a great time. And sometimes you just have to get out of the house and enjoy the journey. And truthfully, you know, guys were sitting there trying to, you know, get the Power Tour guys to make it certain cars only or certain years. And the guys from Hot Rod flat out said, look guys, we're not going to. If you want to do it in a Kia Rio, do it in a Kia Rio. The point is to get out, to go out and live life, to enjoy yourselves. And that's kind of what I did today, you know. I took the car out. I love that car. It's a great car. Drives real well. Air conditioning doesn't work worth a crap, which I'll fix this year. But it's just about enjoying the journey. It wasn't even so much about the radar detector or the radar gun. I just was out having fun with it. You know, just the journey. We saw the railroad bridge, saw a neat town, had some fun shooting bull haulers. Yeah, it's always kind of fun to see if they have a radar or not. And truthfully, when it comes to the radar gun, right there, I should have been more prepared, but I was not. I know I left my Diet Coke somewhere. So what was the point of this whole video? There was absolutely no point. I was going out and having fun. You guys need to get out and have fun too. That's all this was, just having some fun, having a good day off. You know, I do so much of this and I work a lot, and then when I'm home, I work a lot. Like tomorrow, we're going to put the cage in, and it's work. I mean, putting these videos out is a lot more work than people realize, especially the car ones. But it's fun, and I enjoy it. So, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Guys, go out and have some fun. You know, put the computer down, put the cell phone down. Sometimes leave your cell phone at home and just enjoy your afternoon. You'll be shocked by how liberating it is not to be tethered, to just have all of your time your own and nobody there to bother you. Enjoy yourself. We'll see you next video.